back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Come on, set 54. 60 out low. Mike's 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hut, go.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Good job, D. Good job.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Drake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Shakedown, baby. Yeah.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he hits his man, Matthews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Murray now on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Good shot.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Me and you all day.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Eluding the and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson on the move to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You're all mine. Shift.
Here's Wilson throwing again. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Get him, boy.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a draw play with Drake. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Safety's creeping. Showing A. Jam.
Wilson to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Murray going to throw. He finds Matthews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. 6-0 our score after 1. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray, and Matthews makes a grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray with a sack at Ziggy Ansah.
Well, no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
You see me?
Ziggy Ansah. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson being chased out, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Check 43. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitive.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Now it's Wilson, buying time to his left. Past the 20, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. That's caught by Hollister. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kill.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
You got nothing today.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Let's go.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. First down, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. On third down, Drake. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he hits Drake. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Coming to you.
To throw again on second down, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rashard Matthews as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, they almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Woo! Hey, that's all day, baby. You're shocked.
So we come upon half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Seahawks 7.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Robert Alford.
Nice pick.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yard.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Get on the point right here.
Alert, 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 alert.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Switch, switch, switch.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check him. So we got man.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money through.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Say.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And he's going to go down again. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Check three. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Boom! That's how
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
That's it, baby.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Switch.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That goes for a gain of 31.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
Check 50. Check safety. Kill.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Check.
48-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. His throw incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Check 24. Check. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
1st down, the run with Lynch. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Marshawn Lynch. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster. And now they're left with 3rd and long. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
58 to the mic. Exit. Watch the safety creep. He's coming. We got jump up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Here's Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Last stop.
A gain of 7 yards.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? Third and 4.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
No, tighten up.
Whoa. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash.
Shift. 49. Check 49.
Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. Check 26. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Go. Run.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On third down, Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
This time Wilson will throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Check 37.
Friday. 95. Deuce. Watch out.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
You don't want no problem from me.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Easy. Tuck. 3 down. Check 9.
Check your hot read.
Hey, watch edge.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Murray on the keeper.
So it's